My name is Musa Malik, and today we'll be discussing sigma properties as well as integral properties. Let's start off with the sigma. Let's say, for example, I have something like this, a plus b. So the first sigma rule tells us that this can be rewritten as the summation of a plus summation of b. And these are essentially equal. What we did was we basically broke it up into two parts. Now keep this in mind because this rule will pop up again in another place. Now let's look at the other summation rule. Let's say, for example, you have 3a. The other rule tells us that whenever we have a constant value, we are able to remove it and put it in front of the summation. So this can be rewritten as 3n I equals 1 times a. Let's work with some examples. Let's say let's make this 7 of I equals 1 of a is 5. So, and let's say the summation of I equals 1, I equals 7 to 9 of a is equal to 2. So what is the summation of a from 1 to 9? Since this is included within this one, we can basically just add them up. So it's the same thing as 7n of I equals 1 plus I equals 7 of 9 of a. These two are equivalent. Let's look at some other sigma properties. Some other sigma properties are these. When you have an I, this can be rewritten as n times n plus 1 over 2. And when you have I squared, I'm going to try to simplify this. This can be rewritten as 2n plus 1 times n plus 1 all over 6. And the third one we're going to look at today is when I is cubed. So let me have I equals 1 and n, which is equal to n squared times n plus 1 squared all over 4. These properties come in very handy later on. We'll look at one example real quickly. Let's say summation of n of I equals 1 is I plus 2. This can be rewritten as summation as I equals 1 of n times n plus 1 all over 2 plus 2. This makes it very convenient for solving problems now because the summation thing is gone, and now we can just work with this. So we can simplify this later in our own time, but this is how you work it out. The same two properties looked at before, the addition and constant rule can be applied to integrals as well. So an integral of like I equals 1 of a plus b can be rewritten as of I equals 1 of a plus the integral of b. And the same rule as before with the constant rule. This can be rewritten as 3 times the integral of a. Thank you for watching today.